Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. So the Nets starting five. Be out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's O'Neal in at the four. Now we know, Greg, trade talks have increased as we get closer to the deadline. So how does it affect the player when their name is mentioned in trade rumors?
Listen, it can rattle your confidence, and especially the first time it happens. But, Kevin, it's important to remember that it's all business, and guys just can't take it personally.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Into the lane. B can't get it to go. O'Neal a screen on Cunningham. Out to Bridges. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Pass to Wiseman. Nice ball movement by Detroit. To the paint. And finished off by Wiseman.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Claxton following the bucket by the Pistons. Goes it up high.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Ivy against Bridges. Now Wiseman. He had 15 points last outing. Ivy kicks to Bogdanovich. The pass to Bagley. 6 to shoot. No good with the triple. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's B. He's covered by Wiseman. Out to Bridges. Pass to B. The Nets need to get a shot off here. The tray. And the Nets another three.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Passes to Bogdanovich. Wiseman up top. Lets it go. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Good decision there by Bogdanovich. Solid at noticing when the defenses overcommit.
Hey, Brent, looking at the Pistons franchise, the rebuild process has been a long one.
Yeah, it's been over 10 years, Kevin, since this team has won their last playoff game. But you do have to be excited about the level of talent that these young guys have. And really compartmentally, they fit together. So that streak is going to come to an end soon.
And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Bagley finds Wiseman. Outside Bogdanovich. Good on the triple.
Total focus from Bogdanovich on that shot. Ready to fire off the feed.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Here's B. Last game we saw him score 32. And here's Bogdanovich. In the corner, Ivy with it. He feeds it to Wiseman. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And good job by Ivy, able to spot the big opening on the floor.
Here's B. 6 points for him. And he comes up with the deuce. B's got 8 points. Here's Cunningham, trailing by 4. Here's B. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now, here's Ivy. Scoreless thus far. Cunningham looking it over, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That is his first foul of the game. Bogdanovich finds Cunningham. Bagley against O'Neal. Just 4 to shoot. Ivy, no one around him.
You love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
Misses the 3. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge. I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Now, here's Cunningham. D right on him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That's his first foul. Bogdanovich passes to Bagley. Cunningham sets a screen for Bagley. 5 to shoot. From past the arc.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Here's B. He's got 8.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Here's Cunningham. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's B. Bridges inside the three-point line. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Pistons trail by 10. Cunningham with it. Now defended by B. Cunningham kicks to Bagley. Back to Cunningham. Will it go? And that's 2 points on the layup.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Screen by O'Neal. And he drives in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
He's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's putting up about 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you love how he facilitates their offense. Just a terrific decision maker.
So many times it's with the extra pass, and man, he's delivering.
And watching Bojan Bogdanovich is just so fun. Must be great to be his teammate.
Yeah, he's got so much skill, and he's one of the more dependable players on the floor. He rebounds, he shoots at a high level, he plays with heart, whether it's banging down low or shooting from 3. This guy makes contribution.
Here's B. 10 points for him. Going inside. Rejected by Wiseman.
And Wiseman using the length, swatting that one away.
Cunningham against O'Neal. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Nets leading by 9. Pass to B. Here's the screen. The pass to Claxton. Here's B. Shot clock at 5. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Bagley with a screen on Bridges. For 3. The shot by Ivy, no good. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 12-3 run. O'Neal a screen on Cunningham. Here's B, and that one is hammered home.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Bogdanovich dishes to Cunningham. Back to Bogdanovich. Cunningham sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Off target from three-point range. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Nets leading by 13. Here's B. 14 points for him. Out to Bridges and stolen by Ivy. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Here's Bogdanovich and foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
You get the feeling with Bogdanovich.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. He takes it in. Dinwiddie wide open. Bangs home the trifecta. Dinwiddie's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Guard spots filled by Cunningham and Ivy. Marvin Bagley is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Detroit, no good that time either.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's B. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Jalen Duren. You know, Brent, I've got to ask, now that the age of college basketball dynasties is more or less over, do you miss it?
Yeah, I don't know so much if I've ever thought about it, Kevin, as dynasties, just so much as powerhouse teams that every year you see we're competing at the highest level in the NCAA tournaments. So not really. I love the open competition, and I love that players have a choice now to where it is that they can control where they're going to make the biggest contributions collegiately.
Now, here's Duren. No scoring in this one. Here's B. Outside, O'Neal. O'Neal a screen on Cunningham. Back to O'Neal. Here's B. Defended by Bagley. B can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now, here's Bagley. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Washington where they'll take on the Wizards.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team's going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. B in that last game against Detroit had a huge game. He scored 32 points and his passing was a cut above with a ton of assists on the night. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following the bucket by the Nets. Here's Duren. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, teammates got to love playing with Cade Cunningham. I mean, this guy plays so unselfish, on-time, on-target passing.
Here's B. Pass to Watford. 6 on the shot clock. Detroit with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Nets.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
Here's B. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Bagley finds Cunningham, and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And there before you are the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number 1, the Nets.
Well, lately their offense has been completely in sync. Guys are accepting their roles and playing unselfish basketball. That's helped them hit a high percentage of those opportunities.
Here's Dinwiddie. Duren pulls it in.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Harris kicks to Cunningham. Passes it to Ivy. Cunningham against Bridges. Back to Ivy. Another shot. And the layup is up and in.
Ivy not giving up on the play, goes up strong and grabs the offensive board.
Nets leading by 18. Here's B. He's got 20. Pass to Watford. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And finished off by Bagley.
You know, Bagley can really get up and extend.
Here's B. O'Neal a screen on Cunningham. Here's B, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Greg, while the commissioner might not like player trade requests, Kevin Durant said it's great for the league for players to have that leverage. Where do you stand?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. The main thing is trying to keep those requests in-house. Otherwise, it can be deflating for fans.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Duren. Bogdanovich comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Thompson in for Cade Cunningham. Now, here's Ivy. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Thompson outside. Rebounded by the Nets. B's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the pass to O'Neal. O'Neal a screen on Thompson. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Over Ivy. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
From 11 feet away, B pulls it in. B's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Claxton. Here's B. There's the lob to the hoop. And stolen by Bogdanovich. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Thompson. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 18. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. And the basket by Johnson.
Anytime the ball is headed towards Cam Johnson, he's thinking shot. It's a pretty good idea.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The shot by Ivy, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
B, the pass to Dinwiddie. Puts up a 3. Detroit with the rebound. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Basket good. And that's now 6 points for Jaden Ivey.
Great rhythm to Ivy's game in this one. The pull-up, that's a great option.
And you look at Jaden Ivey, Brent. First of all, he gives you great size in the backcourt.
Well, what anybody guarding him would tell you, Kevin, is he brings unreal athleticism. His first step is lightning quick.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 5. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots.
Well, this story in the second quarter, much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Johnson outside. Passes it to Claxton. He kicks to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. 6 to shoot. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebound, Brooklyn. B's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And there's the drive. Dinwiddie for 3. Connects from three-point range. Dinwiddie's got 9.
And he's now made 3 3-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Pass to Thompson. 1:12 left to play here in the second quarter. Rebounded by the Nets. B's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. They set the pick. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. Back to Thompson. We've got 33 seconds left now here in the second. The shot by Ivy, no good.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's B. They lead by 24, their biggest margin.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
For Brooklyn, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And he's good on the first of 3. So both teams making some changes here.
3 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And he makes all 3. 17 seconds left here in the second. Cunningham outside to stop the run. That's tipped. Here's B. O'Neal a screen on Cunningham. Here's B.
Cunningham using his length right there to affect that shot.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Nets running away with this one.
64.
And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
These dudes, I'm telling you guys, this is a great field. Some high risers on this list.
Yeah. And now switching over to our current game, what a tough start for the Detroit Pistons.
They got worked on the glass.
Thank you for being with us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
Second half underway. Here's who Jock Vaughn's got on the floor. We've got Nicholas Claxton. Johnson is out there with O'Neal. Then there's B, and it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. 4 on the clock. On the wing, Johnson. Here's B. Drives to the hoop.
well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Cunningham outside. Another steal. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Nets have been forced to pivot from their star-crossed super team era. The what-ifs are fading into the rearview mirror. Now it's people like Mikal Bridges that are going to form the next new era. And rest assured, this team has dug its way out of far worse. With the draft assets and two-way talent on their roster, their aim is to remain competitive. Kevin?
I think they are. David, thank you for the report.
And with Marvin Bagley III, Brent, it just feels like he's been snake-bitten in his young career.
Yeah, but Greg, you know this. If you can hang in there and stay confident, and you get a second chance. And with that second chance, maybe this opportunity for Marvin Bagley is going to be the one where we can show that talent. Remember, second overall pick back in 2018.
Here's B. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Cunningham outside. Ivy dishes to Cunningham. Back to Ivy. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his fourth assist in this one. Here's B. He's got 22. Here he goes. Johnson right side. Just 5 on the clock. B can't get it to go. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
If you're searching for someone to stretch the defense, Bogdanovich, he might be your guy.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. O'Neal outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. O'Neal's got 8 points.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Here's B. The Nets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And Brett, you look at Detroit from a raw talent perspective, they're loading up well.
Absolutely. They're pretty well balanced between what they give you on the perimeter and some of the interior force that these guys could play with, adding pieces each year in the draft, and now it's about fitting those pieces together. They have a very bright future.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 6. Bagley in the post. O'Neal's there. Heisman no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Claxton, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Ivy against Bridges. The feed to Cunningham. It's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Now here's Cunningham. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
It's the Nets now, following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. Here's B. Big Bagley with the block.
Don't want to go inside with the height and reach of Marvin Bagley around.
Here's B. He's got 24.
And they may want to work on getting more high percentage shots. They have the lead, but the three-point shots haven't been falling for them like they were in the first half.
Back to Ivy. Now the pass to Wiseman. Wiseman sets a screen for Cunningham from downtown. And again, Cunningham missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. It's deflected, tries to keep it alive. Here's Johnson. Cans it from short range. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
Well, they've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle. Now, catching the lead pass at full speed, terrific anticipation, and the delivery on time, on target.
Here's B. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Wiseman kicks to Bagley. Cunningham outside. Three-pointer. Count it. Number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Maybe he doesn't take as many threes as you'd think for a guard, but respectable from there.
Pass to Johnson. Here's B. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Team seconds.
A free throw good from B. The Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Cameron Thomas comes in for Johnson. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Bridges.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Thompson passes to Ivy. Down low. Here's Wiseman. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
It's tough because you want to bump Wiseman and you want to be physical, but he's long as well, and so that range, that helps him too.
The Nets making a switch here. Watford's checked in. B the pass to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie a screen on Ivy. Kicks to Thomas. Passes it to B. On the wing, Dinwiddie. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Now, here's Ivy. 2 points. That one goes. Wiseman's got 5 points in the quarter.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 12. And stolen by Ivy. There's the drive. Takes it off the glass. Ivy's got 13.
Showing off some tight handles. Ivy certainly doesn't lack for confidence.
Dinwiddie passes to Thomas. Dinwiddie a screen on Bogdanovich. Here's B. Ivy defending. And he gets it to go. 28 points for B.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
On the wing, Dinwiddie. Offline with his three. The Pistons have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Pass to Thompson. Here's Ivy. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 16 points for Jaden Ivey.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Driving to the basket. And that one, good. And that's now 30 points for B.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Here's B. He's covered by Wiseman, and it's out of bounds. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And there's the pass to Wiseman. Thompson with it. Dinwiddie covering. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Cunningham is the point with Thompson on the wing. Then there's Wiseman. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Livers in at the power forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Thompson for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Here's Dinwiddie. Up and in on the layup.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now, here's Cunningham, and the baseline jumper, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's B. Uses the glass to finish the layup. B's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Cunningham outside to the middle. Here's Wiseman nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Here's B. Pass to Finney-Smith. Fires the 3. Wiseman with the rebound. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Now here's Thompson. Here's Livers. Pocket 6. Cunningham passes to Wiseman. Thompson inside the line. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's B. And, of course, you were known as Bones in your playing days, but what were some of your favorite NBA nicknames?
Oh, Kevin, I've been so fortunate to be around the NBA for so long. I go way back to names like Iceman, George Gervin, or Dr. J, Julius Erving, or Pistol Pete Maravich, one of my favorite players. But is there anyone better than Magic Johnson?
In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. And the shot goes in.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Cunningham outside. Wiseman sets a screen for Thompson. And finished off by Wiseman.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Passes it to Dinwiddie. Pass to Claxton. They set the screen. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Cunningham outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled and really probably why they're trailing.
Here's B. Back to Finney-Smith. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The pass to Wiseman. Back to Cunningham. And one thing that came from this new CBA GA, mandatory participation in the NBA Draft Combine.
Yeah, more equal access for teams to study various prospects. Player agents can't keep teams in the dark like in the past. That makes for a more level playing field.
Knocked loose. Dinwiddie passes to B. There's a screen. Plays it up off the glass. B's got 34.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Detroit's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Thompson outside. Cunningham with it. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Dinwiddie outside. Pass to B. He lobs it. Whoa! I mean, that's a rugged play.
Goodness gracious. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Wiseman. The dish to Cunningham. Passes to Thompson. Harris a screen. Thompson with it. Bridges covering. There's the 3. The shot by Thompson, no good.
His teammates cannot be happy with him, guys. He would have been better off resetting the offense and looking for a better shot opportunity.
Here's B. Hey, Brent, in recent years, we've seen the rise of sports analytics conventions, pro basketball negotiation competitions. I mean, they're really digging deep.
Well, they're not only digging deep, Kevin, but they're giving a tremendous opportunity to a swath of people that never thought they'd be part of the NBA. Look, if you're not 6'8" with a 35-inch vertical, that doesn't mean that you still don't have a place at the table in the NBA if you study hard enough, or you can make contributions to what the business side of basketball is all about. And he's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for B.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Thompson in the corner. Brooklyn with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harris against Dinwiddie. Back to Bridges. That three off the mark. Now Cunningham. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to